Hello, everyone. Welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Terry Stiles.
I'm Jim Hughes, and we're both ready to bring you some of the top stories that are going to matter most to your community. The good news coming your way next.
Coming up, voters say no to Oxford School District millage proposal.
And really, is your drinking water safe? We'll tell you all about a new village program aimed at keeping the contaminants out of your taps.
Plus, it's time to shop. A new grocery store option could be on its way to Oxford.
All that and more. Oxford News This Week begins right now.
The Village of Oxford is taking steps to make sure your drinking water stays safe. A new cross-connection control water program is proposed to roll out across the village, designed to ensure that non-residential water connections are properly protected. A cross-connection happens when a clean water line is linked to a non-drinkable source, like chemicals or gas, which can contaminate the water supply. To prevent that, the village will work with property owners to install devices such as vacuum breakers, anti-siphon valves, and backflow preventers. The program meets both federal standard and Michigan Eagle regulations. Officials say they'll be reaching out to local businesses in the community weeks from now for more details. Village water system is an important fact. Jim?
The rumors of a new grocery store, an option may be actually headed to Oxford Township as we get ready to see if that and the Planning Commission will come to an agreement and approve the preliminary site plan for a brand new Aldi grocery store proposed for the southwest corner of Market Street and M24. Plans call for more than 20,000 square foot store, but it's not a done deal as of yet. Aldi must still show proof of property ownership, confirm taxes have been paid, and submit a financial plan before the construction can even begin. A recent traffic study estimates that the store could actually generate nearly 2,000 vehicle trips per day in the area. If it goes forward, Oxford residents could soon have another place to shop and one more reason to visit one of the township's busiest intersections. Terry?
With fingers crossed, Oxford Community School District officials were hoping voters would approve a proposal to replace the district's sinking fund millage. But in the end, voters said no with more than 3,100 votes cast in opposition. Superintendent Dr. Tanya Milligan explained that the proposal would have allowed the district to levy a building and site sinking fund tax to improve district facilities. If approved, the measure would have levied $1 mil, that's $1 for every $1,000 of taxable value, for 10 years, generating about $1.6 million annually for the district. The separate operating millage replacement would have restored the rate at 18 mills on businesses and non-homestead properties, supporting staffing, classrooms, and student services. Jim?
A debate over transparency following the Oxford schools tragedy could soon impact on millions of dollars in state safety funds as they're being distributed. According to the Detroit News, lawmakers in Lansing are now discussing how to divide more than $300 million in school safety and mental health funding. But under a current proposal, districts would have to waive attorney-client privilege after the mass casualty incident and agree to a state investigation to qualify for the actual money that's raised. Concerns among school leaders say it could discourage districts from applying even as they push for stronger safety and mental health measures. Supporters argue that the policy promotes accountability, while critics warn it may prevent schools from seeking funds designed to actually protect its students. Terry?
It's one of Oxford's most heartwarming traditions. Shop with a Hero is back. Each year, firefighters, deputies, and first responders team up to help children pick out toys, clothes, and gifts at Oxford's Meijer store. It's an event that brings joy to families and builds special bonds between the kids and the heroes who serve their community. This year, Shop with a Hero starts on Wednesday, December 4th, and as always, it promises smiles all around. Jim?
A tragic crash downtown Pontiac is serving as a reminder of just how dangerous winter driving can actually be. Investigators are saying speeding on icy roads was a factor in a four-car crash that left one driver dead and another hospitalized. Among those involved was an 18-year-old Oxford man. Alcohol is not believed to be a factor. Authorities are reminding everyone to slow down, use your extra caution in the snowy and rainy conditions. A sobering reminder that even a short trip can turn deadly when the roads are slick. Terry?
And this is a story that's a real comeback jewel. Nearly a year after a car crashed into the American Legion Post 108 Museum, the historic collection is finally ready to reopen. The crash caused major damage, but thanks to the months of hard work, most of the relics have been repaired and are back on display. Curator and Army veteran Jim Parkhurst founded the museum in 1994, now recognized as the largest American Legion museum in the state of Michigan, featuring more than 250 uniforms, photographs, models, and medals. The museum, located on East Strainer, officially opens this week. Donations to help finish final repairs are being accepted at the post. A proud moment for the local veterans and a shining example of the resilience and community spirit right here in Oxford. Such a cool thing.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, it's good that you never thought they would be able to turn that around. I mean, that was a tragic story there, and
tragic.
I mean, for the car definitely, flying that far and hitting the post. But I'm glad they got it back, and maybe they can, when you're watching that, maybe you can think of the family that did lose somebody during that crash.
Oh, did they?
There was a death. The one person in the back seat actually passed away.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
But anyways, like I said, that was definitely a tragedy, and again, they got the museum back, and I know that a lot of people depend on that for Friday Night Fish and all that,
sure do.
so they head down there and enjoy their
And
fish.
Jim Parkhurst, just let me say, that man just never stops. He's like the ever-ready bunny. He's been there forever. He's involved in everything that happens at the post, including getting Christmas gifts out to people. He's just really their number one guy, I think.
Very good.
Yeah.
We're going to take a slight break. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll have sports. Dave Kenny will have a segment. You are watching Oxford News This Week.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far. A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
You know the national parks, but you may not know that they're supported by a strong foundation. A foundation for the future. We are the National Park Foundation. And together with your support, we are building a bold future where national parks are vibrant, protected, and welcoming. Today, tomorrow, forever. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
In today's digital world, it's hard to know who to trust. Your local TV and radio stations bring you the facts. Misinformation and deep fakes flood social media, but broadcasters deliver verified and accurate news. For news, emergency updates, sports, and entertainment, turn to your local stations. Text TV to 52886 and urge Congress to support the vital local journalism broadcasters provide.
Who can you turn to for news you can trust? Your local TV and radio broadcasters. You trust us to keep you safe during times of crisis and to deliver the weather, sports, and entertainment you rely on every day. We bring you the facts you need to make decisions that matter. And as misinformation floods social media, you can trust your local stations to deliver the truth. Text TV to 52886 and tell Congress you rely on your local stations for trusted news.
Welcome back to Oxford News This Week. In our Behind the Lens segment this past week, Monday, it was Veterans Day. And again, your veteran in your life could have gone out and got many of the free amenities that happened on that day, but we definitely would like to commemorate the veterans here at OCTV. Borrowing from the Oxford Township website, we're going to choose 2 pictures that CJ Carnacchio snapped saluting our veterans. Thank you, Veterans 2025. We'll be back with more.
In today's digital world, it's hard to know who to trust. Your local TV and radio stations bring you the facts. Misinformation and deep fakes flood social media, but broadcasters deliver verified and accurate news. For news, emergency updates, sports, and entertainment, turn to your local stations. Text TV to 52886 and urge Congress to support the vital local journalism broadcasters provide.
Welcome to this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from Automotive News, and they're both recalls. In our first story, Toyota Motor Corporation issued a recall for over 1 million vehicles in the U.S. because of a rear-view camera image that may not display, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said. The recall covers certain Toyota BZ4Xs, Camrys, Crown Signia, Grand Highlander, Land Cruiser Mirai, Prius, RAV4, Sienna, and Venza models, as well as the Lexus ES, GX, LC, LS, LX, NX, RX, RZ, and TX. The recall also covers the 2023 to 25 Subaru Solterra, a collaboration between the 2 automakers. The recall will cover about 3.3 million vehicles globally, and about 1.1 million of which are in North America, with the vast majority in the U.S., a Toyota spokesman told Automotive News on November 5th. The rear-view camera image may freeze or not display because of a software glitch, meaning vehicles fail to comply with federal rear visibility requirements, NHTSA said in an October 30th report. The defective component, that is, came from Toyota-affiliated supplier Denso Corporation. Toyota first began testing the software in April of 2024 after receiving reports of issues with the rear-view camera image display, the report said. The automaker declined to comment on whether it has received any reports of accident or injuries related to the defect. Owners of affected vehicles can have the software updated at a Toyota or Lexus dealer. For affected Solterras, the remedy is available at Subaru dealers. Dealers were notified of the recall on October 30th, and owners will be notified between December 16th and 31st. The recall comes a month after Toyota recalled nearly 394,000 Tundras, Tundra hybrids, and Sequoia hybrid vehicles in the U.S. because of a rearview camera issue. In our next story, Stellantis is recalling just over 320,000 vehicles in the U.S. and another 20,000 in Canada made by its Jeep brand because there's a risk of the plug-in hybrid model batteries catching fire. The high-voltage battery pack may have been built with cells susceptible to separator damage, according to a notice on November 4th by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Stellantis, which is in the midst of a turnaround of its U.S. business, advised drivers to park their vehicles outside and not charge them until a fix is completed. The maker of Dodge and Ram brands is currently working on a remedy for the battery fire risk, also according to the notice. Jeep Wrangler and Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid models produced between 2020 and 2025 are part of the voluntary recall in the U.S. The 2020 model year is not affected in Canada, according to a recall notice on Transport Canada's website. News of the fire risk comes as Stellantis starts to reap some benefits from measures to regain market share in the U.S., its most important market. Shipments have started to pick up in North America after the ailing car maker worked down inventories. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny. Stay tuned to Oxford Community Television.
You know the national parks, but you may not know that they're supported by a strong foundation. A foundation for the future. We are the National Park Foundation. And together with your support, we are building a bold future where national parks are vibrant, protected, and welcoming. Today, tomorrow, forever. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family.
Yeah!
Oh, I thought you were on my team.
Who can you turn to for news you can trust? Your local TV and radio broadcasters. You trust us to keep you safe during times of crisis and to deliver the weather, sports, and entertainment you rely on every day. We bring you the facts you need to make decisions that matter. And as misinformation floods social media, you can trust your local stations to deliver the truth. Text TV to 52886 and tell Congress you rely on your local stations for trusted news.
Welcome back to Oxford News this week as we make the transition from fall sports to winter sports. November 12th was Oxford High School Signing Day, a ceremony. 10 student athletes signed the National Letter of Intent to continue their athletic careers. Congratulations on all their efforts and dedication and great success. In other athletic news, congratulations to Grayson Boyle, Bodie Casper, Jack Hendricks, AJ Krupa, Gavin Munson, Chris Pullman, and Liam Samborski Each were named the OAA Red All-League team in football. And in girls swimming, the Oxford Swim and Dive team had an outstanding league meet. 33 of 40 entries, besting season best times. Again, a big congratulations going out to our Lady Cat swimmers. And a big congratulations on the Detroit scene. Detroit Tigers pitcher Tarek Skubal earning his second Cy Young Award, while it's uncertain whether he'll stay here with the team and wear the Big D next season due to financial challenges. He'll always be a Tiger at heart, especially one with special fan, my mom. She hopes he stays. I'm not sure he's going to stay. You can find all these stories and more on the Oxford Strong Athletics website. Catch a full list of highlights right here on OCTV on weekends, as we do broadcast a lot of the contests that we talk about here on Oxford Sports. Coming back, a very special conclusion to this newscast. You'll want to stay tuned. Terry Stiles paying tribute to the Edmund Fitzgerald. That's coming up right here on OCTV.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
You know the national parks, but you may not know that they're supported by a strong foundation. A foundation for the future. We are the National Park Foundation. And together with your support, we are building a bold future where national parks are vibrant, protected, and welcoming. Today, tomorrow, forever. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. The evidence that children were better off being vaccinated against COVID-19 than getting infected by it during the pandemic just got even stronger. The largest ever study involving nearly 14 million children has found that the risk of serious but very rare side effects involving the heart and blood vessels was much higher after infection than after vaccination. For instance, among children aged between 5 and 18, there were more than 17 extra cases per 100,000 of inflammatory conditions such as Kawasaki disease in the first 6 months after getting infected with SARS-CoV-2 compared with other times. Among those who got the Pfizer-BioNTech mRNA vaccine for the first time, there were nearly 2 fewer cases per 100,000. With inflammation of the heart muscles, known as myocarditis, there were more than 2 extra cases per 100,000 in the 6 months after infection. Among the vaccinated, there was less than 1 extra case. In other words, the risk of myocarditis was more than twice as high after infection than after vaccination. Reports of the COVID-19 infections causing myocarditis were published as early as April 2020. After vaccinations began in December of that year, reports also began to emerge of vaccines triggering myocarditis, particularly in young men, though the cases were usually mild and people recovered swiftly. This very rare side effect of the vaccines got a lot of media attention and caused a lot of concern. It was one of the reasons why the UK didn't routinely vaccinate young children until April of 2022. The latest findings confirm earlier studies suggesting that despite this rare side effect, children who were vaccinated had a lower risk of myocarditis than those who were unvaccinated. That's because most children got infected by the virus and so were exposed to the higher risk from infection. I want to stress that these serious complications are really rare in children and young people overall, says Angela Wood at the Cambridge HDR UK Regional Network in the UK. But we can see that the risk was generally higher after a COVID-19 infection than after vaccination. Wood's team analyzed data from nearly 14 million children aged under 18 from the National Health Service and in England for the period of data from January of 2020 to December of 2021. During the latter half of this period, 3.9 million of the children were vaccinated with the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, and 3.4 million were diagnosed with COVID-19 infection for the first time. The team couldn't look at later periods because not enough testing was done. The approach does have some limitations. For instance, the available data doesn't reveal whether children with these complications recovered fully, and many milder cases of COVID-19 among children wouldn't have been formally diagnosed. However, despite these limitations, the scale of the data and the comprehensive linkage across all the NH data gives us quite a strong confidence in our overall conclusions today, says Wood. The proviso is that what applied during the COVID-19 strain circulating during the height of the pandemic might not apply to the current strain of the virus, says team member William Whiteley at the University of Edinburgh in the UK. His team reported last year that COVID-19 vaccines reduce the risk of heart attacks and strokes for at least 6 months after vaccination. The fact that almost everyone apart from very young children now has some immunity to COVID-19 also means the response to both additional booster shots and to reinfections with the virus will be different, says team member Pia Hardilid at University College in London. We do need to keep doing these studies, she says. Well, that's a lot of information. Well, that's it for this edition of Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny.
You know the national parks, but you may not know that they're supported by a strong foundation. A foundation for the future. We are the National Park Foundation. And together with your support, we are building a bold future where national parks are vibrant, protected, and welcoming. Today, tomorrow, forever. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
We leave you tonight with a story immortalizing in a song. And now, marking its 50th anniversary, last Monday the bells rang 29 times, one for each crew member aboard the SS Edmund Fitzgerald. The ship's final radio transmission came at 7:10 p.m. on November 10th, 1975. The transmission was, "We are holding our own." Just 10 minutes later, the Fitzgerald disappeared from radar, taking all 29 men with her. Each year, the Mariners Church in Detroit rings its bells 29 times in their memory. Through the lens of Blake Hughes, we end tonight's newscast a little differently. To our veterans and to the mariners who serve, we leave you with the sound of those 29 bells.